Hey guys, Derek here. Welcome back to the channel, or welcome for the first time if you are new. We are back to watch another episode of Percy Jackson and the Olympians. This is episode 5. Where did we leave off last time? Last time we were at the Arch, and Echidna and her monster child attacked Percy at the top of the Arch, and he fell into the Mississippi River, learned he can breathe underwater, and then the episode ended. So that's where we are currently. I have no idea if we're gonna like pick up immediately following that to like finish this fight, or if we're gonna pick up like sometime later and figure out what happened or like what the deal is, but I'm excited to find out either way. So before we jump into it, if you end up enjoying this reaction, please leave a like on the video. It means a lot to me. If you're new here, hit subscribe, ring the bell so you're notified when I upload, and then if you're interested in seeing the full-length reaction, consider checking out my Patreon. That is linked in the description down below, or join YouTube memberships. You just sync up your own copy of the show and you can watch along with me. But other than that, let's check out another episode of Percy Jackson and the Olympians. Okay. Damn, you're kind of far away now. They got the whole ass police here.
They're looking at us. Yeah.
Sisters of Fate.
Dude, they're looking right at us. What?
Who are you talking about, Grover?
Percy! Percy!
Good thing he knows how to swim after he took those lessons. What's up, dude?
Hi.
What's cracking, P-Dog?
Look, I'm sorry about shoving you in the stairwell.
You're gonna get a gigantic hug right now.
I knew you'd never agree, and there wasn't enough time.
Wow. You saved her life by pushing her, so she's thankful.
So, you're not as dead as we thought you'd be.
Surprise. We need to go to Santa Monica.
Why?
What, like now?
My father's gonna meet
No,
me there.
in like a week, Grover. Yes, right now.
The police think that we crashed an Amtrak train and then did that.
Do they think you specifically did that?
Isn't that gonna make it hard for us to get on a train? Or a bus? Or really anything you need tickets for?
Yeah. Quest over, sorry.
I think this quest might be harder than we thought.
No shit, Percy.
It all feels different somehow.
You have your father's
saved
acceptance? Yeah.
I guess I just really never thought that's something he'd do for me. So maybe I gotta take things more seriously now.
Car.
That's a motorcycle.
I'm saying we're not just trying to retrieve a thing. I think we might need to be detectives here, too.
I don't know why you guys are hiding. It's not like that motorcycle couldn't see you.
Why are you being weird with me again? I thought we weren't doing that anymore.
I'm not being weird.
Yes, you are. You've been weird since we left the Arch.
She's reckoning with the fact that she likes you.
It doesn't have to be a thing, you know? They hugged me.
I saw the fates. Back at the Arch,
Oh, yeah,
I
that
saw
too.
the 3 fates, and I saw Atropus cut a piece of thread.
Someone just
When you
died.
see a string cut.
It means one of us is going to die.
I pick Grover.
3 old ladies with a ball of yarn can't know what's gonna happen. What I choose to do changes what's gonna happen. And I can choose to do anything I want.
Need some help?
Yeah? Is it Edge?
Beg pardon?
It
I
is
asked if you
Edge.
could use some help.
Nope. No, we're good. Appreciate you asking.
Isn't he
though,
one of
so
the Greek gods? Which one is he? I thought I knew going into this that he's one of the pantheon.
You sure? Because you guys are so behind schedule.
Yeah.
And as much as I'd love to see a good war pop off, as your big cousin, I feel like maybe I want to give you a hand.
Cousin?
Ooh, which one are you?
Aries.
Oh.
Listen, dummies, I'm hungry. There's a halfway decent diner up the road. If you want my help, you'll meet me there. But don't dawdle. Won't wait forever.
You gonna make him walk? That's so rude.
Give me a second. I'm just starting to fight on Twitter here.
Nice.
Nothing makes me happier than a good
Don't you mean
old-fashioned
X? No.
Burn it down.
It will always be Twitter.
Percy was always troubled, but I never thought he was capable of something like this.
Who's that?
That's
My stepdad.
Gabe.
What's he doing?
Wait for it.
A kid that messed up, what wouldn't he do?
What?
Wild, right? The FBI is already spreading your picture around.
Crazy.
Whether the bolt's retrieved or not, Zeus is going to war with Poseidon. See, years before I was born, my grandpa Kronos ate my aunts and uncles.
Yeah, that's crazy.
Olympians fight. We betray. We backstab. We will push anyone down a flight of stairs to get ahead. And that's why I love my family so much. There's an amusement park up the road. I left my shield there. You get me my shield back, and I'll get you to the underworld by lunch tomorrow with a plan to invade Hades' palace. So do we have a deal, or am I killing all three of you so I can eat in peace?
Por qué no los dos? Waterland.
I haven't seen a lot of horror movies, but this seems like exactly the kind of place they suggest to avoid.
I've never seen any kind of movie.
Why are the gates open?
I'll have to take your word for it.
What? You've never?
Never? What do you mean never? Like never, never?
Yeah. Why haven't you seen a movie?
In the meantime, we should probably get
I
this
suppose
over with,
camp
huh?
doesn't have a lot of TVs. No wonder she wants to go on a quest so bad. She has nothing else to do. Just kills her. Immediately just kills her. Occupancy 2.
We've met before.
Been around a long time, little boy. Met a lot of people.
I'm 24.
Yeah, within the last 24 years.
I'm a fan.
I think you got me mixed up with someone else, kid.
No, he's a fan of war. Death and destruction.
So what are you, like a casual World War II buff? You've seen Saving Private Ryan, have you?
I have. It's really
I
good.
prefer the Turbot War. The Lobster War. Your deep cuts.
Your greatest hits.
No one talks about those anymore.
They should.
He's like talking to an old actor about some of their first movies.
This family is a mess.
So, where's the shield? Ooh.
Don't you even try to tell me not to be weird about this.
Date night.
Sure. Let's go check out the scary ghost ride. Why not?
It's not a ghost ride, it's a love ride.
What is love? Baby, don't hurt me. Don't hurt me.
What is happening right now?
I think from our orthodontist office, maybe.
You guys watch Night at the Roxbury's? Yes, let's go. Light show.
Rejected by Hera. Rejected by Aphrodite.
Rejected by everybody.
She said this is what the gods are like to each other. This is the kind of family they are.
Just stealing each other.
Maybe she was preparing you. So when you got to us, you'd be different than this.
Good point. Good point. Maybe being an outsider is a good thing. I don't know if this is originally part of the ride. Okay. Oh, that's the shield.
There it is. Ares shield.
Oh yeah, you probably don't want to go in there. Control the water, Percy. Damn, son, what you do?
Did you just pull me out of there with that water power stuff?
Yeah, man.
Figuring this out as I go.
Percy's kind of goated like that. Goated with the sauce.
I hate kids. All of them. I hate my own kids. Maybe less than other kids, but still not fond of them. Look what I made. What are butterflies for? My knee hurts. Ugh.
What are butterflies for?
Someone who could slip away long enough to do it without being missed. Bold enough to cross zoos. Stealthy enough to get their hands on the thing.
Enough.
What if it was Grover?
Not everything
who
is a
took it?
puzzle that needs to be solved. You're as bad as my sister.
Was she always like that?
Who?
Your sister, Athena. Always making things more complicated than they need to be so people will think she's smarter than you.
Thank you. I can't be the only one who sees it, right? If she's so smart, explain the owl. She talks to it, like, all the time, this fat, nasty little feathered rodent. And it's like her best friend.
Totally.
It's like
Yeah,
people
who
only see
talks
what
to
they want to see and
animals?
ignore anything at all that doesn't fit the story they like to tell themselves.
Exactly. Like you being the one to find the lightning thief and not her.
Grover, are you a secret agent? You playing him right now?
We both know your friend didn't steal the bolt.
Yeah. But Zeus thinks he did. Which is kind of all that matters, right?
Shut up.
One of us goes in, the other gets the shield.
I'll do it.
What? Wait a minute.
Okay.
When I was choosing my team, I told Chiron I needed someone who wouldn't hesitate to sacrifice me if the quest required it.
Yeah, that is true. That's why you're on the team.
Believe me, I wish there was another way this quest succeeds. I just don't see it.
She can see it. She's always 50 steps ahead.
I need you to promise me something.
I'm not leaving the underworld without your mom.
Thank you.
Gang, gang.
I was gonna say when this quest is done, can you
Go watch a
maybe
movie.
swing back here and try to get me out of this thing?
Oh. Interesting.
This is a bad idea. Stand up.
I don't think he can. Yeah, he's trapped. It's like the Midas touch.
I'm okay.
He's turning to gold.
I'm okay. I'm okay. I'm...
Well then.
Can I help you?
Oh, hey.
Do you need some help finding your way out?
That's pretty helpful, actually. Yeah, thank you.
I'm not leaving without my friend.
Yeah, that isn't really how it works. It's kind of a one-way sort of thing. It can't be undone.
I recognize his voice.
Because I built it.
Lassiter! Lassie, what you doing here?
You walk out of here with that shield. You're a hero. On your way to the greatest glory. As it should be.
It isn't how it should be. It isn't.
Yeah, damn right.
Eat or be eaten.
Fight the power.
Ares is that way. Zeus is that way. My mother is that way.
Come on, Lassie. Help her out.
He isn't that way. He's better than that. Maybe I was that way once. But I don't want to be that way anymore.
Amazing. Damn. Who knew Annabeth would be the one to give a heartfelt speech to save the day?
Some of us don't like being that way either. You're a good kid, Annabeth. I'll put in a good word with your mom for you.
Thanks, Lassie. See you in Psych 5, the movie. What if that was the wrong shield? How embarrassing would that be?
Where's our ride?
Here. Clothes, cash, drachmas to summon Hermes.
Wow.
We're not gonna fail. And I'm getting pretty tired of you saying it.
Percy,
You think you know who I am, but you don't. And if you aren't careful, you're gonna find out.
Percy.
Starting fights.
If it gets us where we need to go, that's all that matters.
Assuming Ares was telling the truth.
He wasn't. Not entirely, at any rate. He was holding something back.
Like what?
I think I got it out of him. I know who stole the Master Bowl.
Who? You just not gonna say a damn thing about that? Okay. All right, episode 5 in the books, done, chapter closed. In this one, we met the god of war himself, Ares, who in another universe eventually is killed by Kratos to become the god of war. So we pick up like right after the arch, right? He's in the Mississippi. All the cops are there because the arch has been like straight up like blown up. like there was a bomb in the arch essentially, and they're blaming Percy for it. But interestingly they're not blaming like Annabeth and Grover. I guess because they like left before it happened. It was just kind of weird. Like they were talking about how the cops were like watching them, just like staring at them, and then they just allowed them to leave. Like if they thought there was a terrorist attack on the arch, and then they were just allowed to just like walk away for some reason and go find Percy. And now they're straight up like blaming Percy for this whole thing, essentially calling him a terrorist. His stepfather is insinuating that he might have killed his mother. Like there's some real stuff going down. But so yeah, they're essentially like they're on the run from the police, which makes getting on trains and buses and planes and all these different things really hard to do when you're a wanted fugitive. So they are just gonna walk. Like they're just gonna walk to California. Right? And it's not working out. But luckily they get some help from their cousin, Ares, played by Edge. For those unaware, he is a wrestler. He's been in some other stuff in the past. He was in Haven. He was in other things. I don't remember everything he's been in, but he was originally a wrestler. He's dabbled in acting here and there, but I think he fits the role well. And he essentially tells them, you know, if you go to this amusement park and get this shield back for me, I will get you a ride to California, or as close as he can get them, right? In this case, Vegas. And Grover stays behind to chat with him while Annabeth and Percy go. They have to go get this shield, and then they have like a nice little like date night type thing where they're just kind of hanging out at an amusement park, chatting it up, talking about how she's never seen movies before, and he's definitely going to take her to see a movie after this. Like, it's going to be a fun time. And then they go in the Tunnel of Love, because duh. And we learn just more info about how the gods are just like the worst. How they suck. Like, they honestly just suck. And, you know, we learn about Hephaestus, and I think he like tricked Hera into being his wife, right? Like, with the whole chair thing. Like, no one could leave. I don't know. That part was a tiny bit confusing, but I think he like tricked her. And it's just a history of all these like gods like stealing each other's wives, and, you know, kill or be killed, like cutthroat glory, just centuries and centuries of this behavior. And Annabeth and Percy are both like, nah, like, screw that. That sucks. Why would I do that? And Percy's straight up willing to like sacrifice himself and sacrifice the glory that he could get on this quest so that Annabeth can actually get it done, which leads her to have like a crisis of conscience where she's like, oh my god, like, he's right, like, screw the rest of this behavior, like, I want to be a better person like Percy. And I'm fully convinced at this point they're both into each other, so like, she has a bit of a crush on him. You know, when they hugged earlier, that was more than a friendship hug. And she's trying to get him out, and good old Lassiter himself walks out and is like, you are not going to get him out. Like, good luck. I built that. It's rock solid. He's stuck there. And Annabeth has a nice heartfelt speech, you know, of the three of them. She is not the one you would expect, where she essentially lets him know, like, hey, you all suck. I ain't trying to be like you. And he's like, you know what? You're right. Like, we do suck. Here, I'll get him out for you. And then, yeah, everything works out perfectly. Like, fantastic. And then we end on another cliffhanger, kinda. Well, not like a cliffhanger, but like a cliffhanger of a conversation where Grover is like, I think I figured out who stole the Master Bolt. I don't know which character he's referencing. At least nothing that I observed in this episode led me to figure it out. I mean, it could be, maybe Athena did it. You know, she's trying to make everything more complicated than it needs to be. Maybe she wants to start this war. I don't know. Or maybe Ares' kid did it because she wants all the ultimate approval from her father. That would be a twist. You know, all these kids are coming to Olympus to show off their projects and different things that they did to gain favor from their parents. Maybe Ares' daughter recognized that no one's a fan of the projects, and she's like, I can come up with a excellent project to gain favor from my dad. I'm going to steal the Master Bolt and pit Zeus and Poseidon against each other. Like, that would be a complicated situation. Grover theoretically knows who it is. I don't know yet, but I assume we'll find out next episode. I thought this was a good one. I think this episode went a long way towards strengthening the bond between Annabeth and Percy, right? You know, the first 2-3 episodes, they're very much like at odds with each other and not really enjoying each other. The end of last episode went a decent ways to like starting their connection. I think this one really went a long way to like building that. I also really liked Grover in this episode. Like, he straight up was like willing to have a one-on-one conversation with the god of war. And, you know, not saying that he's like Ares is the smartest guy in the world, but Grover kind of like played him a little bit with their conversation. He was just kind of like dancing circles around him to get the information he wanted. You know, being like, oh man, I'm such a big fan of your older work. Like, I'm a big fan of when nobody dies. And it's just overwhelming force. And it's a very, very interesting conversation that they had, where Grover kind of showed that he's a little bit more capable than just, you know, being the emotional support of Percy and Annabeth. Like, he definitely stepped up. But next episode, it looks like we're going to be in Vegas. Lin-Manuel Miranda is going to be back as Hermes, and we're going to be trying to find a way to drive to LA somehow. Who knows? But I'm pretty excited to see what happens. So I think that's all I got to say about this episode. Definitely let me know what you guys thought down in the comments below. I'd love to hear all your opinions. If you enjoyed my reaction, please leave a like on the video. It means a lot to me, helps my channel grow. If you're new here or you find yourself coming back often, hit subscribe, ring the bell so you're notified when I upload. And then if you're interested in seeing the full-length reaction, consider supporting me on Patreon or joining YouTube memberships. Those are linked down below. You just sync up your own copy of the show and you can watch along with me. But other than that, thank you for watching, and I will catch you guys next time.